Hello, welcome to the last chase report of 2019. These are some items that I got during the past week and also some stuff I got during the month of November and December that I was not able to fit into another chase report, or I just did not have enough stuff to show to do a chase report on. And you will see in my playlist, chase report playlist, that there's some gaps here and there. Some weeks I did not do one. That's because usually I just did not have enough stuff to show. So some things I'm not going to open up, like these 5 packs, because you've all seen these. Exotics 2019, Night Burners 2019. I did not have the 2018 version yet, so that's this one. I actually overpaid, which I usually don't do. I got it from Germany, $7.99, and then a week later I found it in my local supermarket for $6.99, so that's typical. And I know I should not pay too much, because I always find it afterwards for cheaper, but sometimes I break my own rules. Then also a 2019 Matchbox, got this Christmassy one, very cool. Matchbox Wild, that's great, they put the names on them again, love that. The Autobahn Express, German Highway, Matchbox to the Rescue, and Matchbox Service Crew. And then I got 2 Siku cars. Well, this is actually an RV. The Iveco Wohnmobil, Dormobil camping car. So pretty cool for my camper collection. This is actually based on a Iveco van from the 90s, so it is licensed. It's got it's completely metal, the body. It's got a plastic base. The rims are generic, and the rubbers are plastic. The tires are plastic, I mean. But yeah, pretty cool. It's got a trailer hitch, so I don't mind them using an old vehicle like this. I prefer it over a fantasy one. And you get an all metal body, so I mean, for the price it costs, it's good value for money, I think. Because you know, Hot Wheels and Matchbox in most countries in Europe are between 2 and 3 euro. So this being 3 euro, you get quite a lot for your money, I think. Another one, I've been seeing this for a while, the VW Passat variant in white. And I finally decided to grab it. So, plastic base, metal body. This one has got rubber tires. It's got actually authentic rims, it seems, because it's got a VW logo in the center on the hubcap, so that's pretty cool. You don't see that very often on Siku. This is an older casting, it's not made anymore, just like the RV, both older ones that are no longer in production. I kind of like to pick these up. This one was a little bit more expensive, $3.75. It's got the lensed taillights and lensed headlights, so that's pretty cool. Painted the roof rails. Let's see if we can see how old this actually is. Maybe it says so on the folder. No, it doesn't say so. But it's got the old car transporter on it still, so pretty old. Then Majorette. A store close to me was doing a sale. I got some fireworks outside. No, it's not New Year's Eve yet, but you know, some people like to ignite fireworks even before it's New Year's Eve. So I got a coupon, 50% off on one toy. So I chose this Majorette 5-pack because the street cars are becoming hard to find in Europe, and this one definitely will be hard to find. So yeah, let's take a look at these. Then we got the Lamborghini Aventador SV Roadster, 1/64 scale, suspension of course. So yeah, pretty cool model. Another Fiat 500 in white, 1/55 scale. This one does not have suspension. It does have, I would say tampos all around, but that's not correct. The new Porsche Panamera, 1/64 scale. So it's got the new rear end with the slimmer taillights. It's got a reverse trailer hitch, got new rims, still has the opening doors, separate light bar, lens headlights, the whole 9 yards, and suspension of course. Here's the Mercedes Zetros. Interestingly, this plastic cabin was a little bit darker than the other one they had, so kind of a variation in color. So that's pretty cool to have. And then new color for 2019, this VW T6 multivan, 1/61 scale. Also got the trailer hitch. So it was previously in red. That was the first color it was released in. And now in this blue, the white top. So that's that. And then I also found this today. I'll show you the folder for those of you that live in Belgium. This is available at Aldi, or live near Belgium, if you're not that far from the border. So this was in the folder last week on Wednesday. So I thought, well, maybe there's not going to be any more available, but the dump bin was full of them. So they're trying to sell these a little bit late in the year. All the holidays have passed. So the last year and the year before they were selling these in November, which is a perfect time to sell them before the holidays. Now I think it's going to be harder to shift those. So if you're interested in these, they're only €13. You get 13 cars. Most of them are sports cars in there, and you get some 4 zamac cars, and 2 are exclusive to this multi-pack. So it's a pretty good value for money. So I would say pick one up. Only €1 per car. These zamac cars, they in the singles, they cost usually around €3. So to get some for €1 and then some exclusive ones on top of that, that's a no-brainer for me. To get these out, that will be the hardest thing to do. So we got the Opel Adam in green and white, 1/55 scale, suspension. Got the Renault Twingo, 1/54 scale, suspension, like most of them have, but not all of them. Oops. Some sports cars also have suspension, like this one, the Audi R8 Roadster in green. This one doesn't have suspension either. And I noticed something. They have erased the name of the vehicle. So it said A110-50 if I'm not mistaken, and they erased that, so that's interesting. Don't know why they did that. The Porsche 918 Spider. So that's the same as it was in 2018. Oops, sorry. The Aventador. This one does have suspension. The R8, the coupe version, no suspension either, just like the Roadster. I've already seen this one, it's the same as the one from the 5-pack. This is an oldie, the VW Beetle convertible. And then we get to the Zamac cars. This one is also available in the singles. The Challenger. Is it the Demon or the Hellcat? I'm not sure. I think it's the Demon. The black hood. Because it doesn't say on the base. So, unpainted Zamac versions. Got the purple ring around the rims. Here's the Camaro. It says it twice. It says it here on top, Chevrolet Camaro, and then here in the middle, 2010 Camaro again. So I can't remember they did that before. So this one's got the green rims. Also got the opening doors. So they did paint the bumpers black. And the rocker panels. And then the two exclusives for this multi-pack. Got the Jaguar F-Type. Got the white old style rims. Sorry. So not a lot of decorations on it, just the bare necessities, I would say. And then the other exclusive, the Ford F-150 Raptor. So this one, the hood or bonnet opens up. The Beast. It does have a website on it, on the side, but I can't read that. Yeah. This one doesn't have the trailer hitch. Got the all metal bed. So yeah, big chunk of metal, this one. Cool. then I also got some Welly cars. I just want to make some room here. So these were also in Aldi a few weeks before, or maybe a month ago, I don't remember. So there were 4 sets of 2 packs, A, B, C, D. I only got this one and this one, because I already have these vehicles, except for this blue one, the 2004 Chevy Monte Carlo. But I don't want it. It's an old style Welly. It's got the old style wheels, and it doesn't even have an interior. Didn't even know Welly existed without interior, so I don't know where they got this thing and why they put it in there. I don't want it. So now I can tell you I have these, but maybe it's better I just show them, because I know there's a lot of Welly supporters out there, and I thought, well, now that I have some Wellys, let's dig into the collection and show a few more than the ones I just got this week, or a few weeks ago. So here we got the BMW 645 Ci, like it's in box A, in silver. So we got front and rear tampos. Also got a few color variations on that one, so I thought I show these two, since I was digging in the containers where these were in, it was easy for me to grab these. Older style packaging this one is in, and pretty expensive too. In a privately owned toy store I got these. It has a lot of old stuff still in the store. So this one's a blue version of the 645 Ci. Then we got the Porsche Panamera. That's this one, also an older style box. This one was cheap. Porsche Panamera S, it says on the base. And I thought I'd dig out this one. This is the Majorette version in almost exactly the same color. 2014 production. But this one does have opening doors. It does have lensed headlights and suspension. So it does have a few more features than this one has. And I know there's some of you out there that like size comparisons, so these are pretty much the same in size. Yep, spot on, I would say. So what does this say size wise? 164, and this one, well, Welly says 1:60 scale, but you know that's not accurate, so the exact same, or the exact scale they are in, I'm not sure of, but they look very much alike. That's that. And then we go to set B. I only have the Jaguar XJ from 2010. So here it is. I think Welly is the only brand that makes this model. So pretty cool to have. Some packaging wrap on top. Very nice one. Then C is this one. So we got the McLaren 675 LT Coupe. It's kind of a metallic green color. So the tampers on the headlights that seem to be pretty difficult to do are very well done, I must say. It does have the plastic spoiler here underneath. In the back there's quite a lot of plastic too. It does have some tampos here, but those up here are not tampoed, and also the exhausts are not tampoed. You do get a black part here that is tampoed. So all in all, not a bad version. And I thought, why don't I grab the Majorette version, also in green, to do a comparison. So lensed headlights, suspension, this one, the body is completely metal, so as you can see here, it's painted black. You can see the green part here, green part, so the body, the metal body, completely wraps around underneath, so that's pretty cool. Lots of metal on this one. Size wise, again, they are very close, if not exactly the same again. So this was 1:60 scale, and Welly claims 1:60 scale too, so maybe for once it's accurate, who knows. But yeah, Majorette definitely has more tampos. You can see the black here on the back, it's not painted black here. And of course here is this all metal, painted black and not plastic. It's got the lensed headlights on the side. Both have the painted scoop here. And in the back, yeah, Majorette definitely has more detail. And then the second vehicle in set C is this 2005 Ford Mustang GT. So nicely painted in the front. Got the GT on the side and this light here, and then tampos in the back. So nicely tampoed, this one. And also got a Barago version in yellow. 2006, so that's pretty much the same. 2013 production. This one's got opening doors. You don't see that very often on Barago cars. Got the racing stripes. So got the lights on the side. So size wise, the Welly is a little bit shorter and a little bit narrower, more narrow than the Barago. Details in the front, well, it's got different style headlights, it seems. This one. Bumper is a little bit lower too. The back. I like the Welly spoiler more because it's really on top of there. It's not casted into the body. It is metal, of course, but there's a gap between the boot, the trunk, and the spoiler, so it looks better. Whether it's accurate to the car, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, pretty cool. Then the last one, the D-Box. I don't have any other versions of these vehicles, so of course there's a lot of Ford F-150 pickup trucks, but this is the 2015 F-150 regular cab. There's no other, at least to my knowledge, no other diecast brand that does a 2015 single cab pickup truck. So they all are crew cabs or double cabs. So yeah, that's pretty unique for Welly to do this one. Got the plastic bed. Excuse me. And then the Jeep Renegade Sport. So Matchbox is planning to do one in 2020. So, but for now, Welly is the only one that is doing one. Get some paint for the taillights, even though it's a red car. That's cool. Or a red truck, I should say. Probably. Interiors are decent on these. So that's that for the 2-packs. And then I got from another store these singles. These appeared in these stores recently. Oh, I forgot to cut these. But they're actually older models. You know, some stores that want to sell these relatively cheap get some older models. So let's start with this one. So here's the Porsche Cayman S in yellow. Now of course there's another Diecast brand that also has a yellow Cayman, and that's Matchbox. So I thought I'd grab that one too to show you and do a little comparison. So in this case the Welly is bigger, which is usually the case compared to a Matchbox, and it's also a little bit wider. Yeah, tempo wise there's not a lot of difference. Yeah, all in all, both are nice versions. And then I got this one. The BMW Z3 Roadster 2.8. Even says the engine on it. Pretty okay. And I got a red version by Matchbox too. This is from 96 copyright, so 97 release probably. No tampers in the front, some silver paint in the back, and no suspension either. No. So let's put them next to one another. The Matchbox is a little bit shorter again. In width, I think it's pretty much the same. Yeah, there's not a lot of difference there. When you look at them like this, it seems like the Matchbox is a little bit crunched and a little bit higher than the Welly. So yeah, a lot more detail on the Welly. The Welly does have the mirrors that stick out more than they usually do. So yeah, I think the Welly wins here when it comes to tempos. Size-wise, I don't know which one is more accurate. seems like the Welly is maybe a little bit more accurate because it's a little bit, it's got a longer nose. The Matchbox seems a bit too crunched, but you know, that's my idea. And I got some bigger items. I usually don't buy a lot of bigger Welly items because I'm not I'm a 1/64 scale collector, but when I find something that fits into a collection, like an RV, because you know when you get an RV from in a blister that fits a 1/64 scale vehicle, you'll always get something that is way too small. You know, it's like 1/72 scale or 1/80 scale, I don't know, or even smaller. So this is maybe more, or I thought when I bought it maybe closer to 1/64 scale, but no, when you put a 1/64 scale next to it, it kind of seems a little bit too big, you know. But when you compare it to a Siku camper, this is an older Siku camper, kinda is much closer to scale. So this Siku is 155 probably. So when you look at it, it's looks much closer, but when you look at the door, I don't know. The door on the Siku looks way smaller than the one on the Welly. But you know, kind of fits better within the Siku collection than the other stuff. And also got a London bus, which might be pretty close to 1/64 scale. If you put a car next to it, it's yeah, maybe more realistic than the RV. I'm not sure. So that's it for this last chase report of the year. I thank you very much for watching. I thank you for all the support during 2019 once again. I thank you for liking the videos, for commenting, for subscribing. And I hope to see you again next year. Well, there might be another video before the end of the year. See you. Bye bye.